Okay, so last night I was scrolling and I caught a live from a guy who I mentioned in one of my other videos. He was 26 and he's a cloud engineer. And he was giving some advice that, in my opinion, was kind of bad. And I don't want to call him out by name. Just, I just don't want to be that guy. But I seen this come from a few different people, so I want to call this out and give you my opinion on it. And he was basically asking people who were either beginners or actually he focused at one point on help desk people. He said, if you've been, how long have you been in your help desk position? And someone mentioned like a year or maybe 6 months or something like that. And he basically told them that if they've been there, over 6 months, they've been in help desk too long, that they should have moved up by then. Now, one of the things I've learned in my 30 years of experience, and I learned this from teaching, actually. I ended up teaching community college and started teaching some boot camp courses for certifications back in the day, which is a really enlightening job to have. I did it in the evenings. I worked days doing my normal IT gig and then, was teaching courses at night. So there's generally three types of people that go into IT. You have people who are somewhat new to technology and they aren't as quick to pick up on technology and what we do. And they have trouble. Sometimes, I've seen people have trouble with copy and paste. Scary things, They don't know simple computer functions. They don't understand terminology. Those people usually have a really hard time when it comes to trying to learn IT or cybersecurity subjects. Then there are people who are familiar with it, but they're someone that has to have hands-on experience to understand what we're doing and learn effectively. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has their own learning style. I remember even in high school, there were people that, and I was somebody that didn't get the best grades. I made it through, graduated, but I didn't get the best grades because I didn't have the same learning style as everyone else. And in public school, they use such a in-the-box sort of curriculum that only a certain learning style really, succeeds. So, so number two type is that person that has to be hands-on to really get what you're learning. And then there's those people who just understand it. And the people who just understand it, they excel and they learn quickly and they can absorb all this fast. I'm one of those people that I've always excelled and I've always just got it. I've always just understood it. I suspect that he also is someone that just gets it. At 26, he's a cloud security engineer. Now, that doesn't make me better than anybody else, doesn't make him better. But he was giving advice based on that opinion and based on that experience that you should be learning and moving up much faster. And I don't think that's fair. But I will say that I felt that way probably way back whenever I was younger, before I taught. So my point is that you learn on your own speed and you learn in the way that makes sense for you. I've had a lot of questions about how to get into cybersecurity. And my first question is always, what area do you want to get into about cybersecurity? It's like getting into becoming it's like becoming an attorney. There are trial attorneys, there's criminal attorneys, there's real estate attorneys, there's tax attorneys. Same thing with cybersecurity. There's, all different areas. That's the first thing you need to figure out. Then you need to develop a roadmap for getting to where you want to be. That's all available to you on the internet. You can ask GPT to create you a roadmap to identity and access management. Try that. Tell it that you want a detailed roadmap with lab environments, with labs, and it will develop it for you. And then you start down the process. And I'm all about answering questions. You want to keep asking me those same questions, please feel free. But one thing I will tell you is this is an area that you have to learn fast. A lot of times you have to learn by doing, so that's why the labs are important and actually doing it. And you need to learn how to go out and get information, because even once you become a cybersecurity engineer, an IT engineer, you're gonna have to do that. That's part of the job. Every day I have to go out and find information. Okay? All right.